Good day, everyone. Let me discuss the background of our study. First is modern teaching method. This is to increase the students' interest in learning mathematics. Second is students' attitude towards mathematics. And last is the difficulties in solving basic operations involving directed numbers and integers. As you can see, we came up in proposing of an instructional material for teaching and learning of the fundamentals of mathematics. By the way, my name is Janine Lou Hernandez together with Miss April Velasco, and we are the presenters from Camarines Norte State College, retired Judge Antonio C. Entienza Campus, Teacher Education Department. And we are to present our research entitled Acceptability of MDAS Cardboard Manipulative, a game-based instructional material for learning basic operation in numeracy education. The other researchers are Ms. Aisan Villaverde, Ms. Ivy Macabuhay, and Mr. Jesus Santellan. The purpose of this study is to address the student difficulties in solving basic operations in mathematics, and for the students to learn collaboratively and introduce the game-based instructional material as a tool in teaching and learning mathematics. These are the objectives of our study and its methodology. The first one is to determine the significant features of our proposed game-based instructional material called MDAS Cardboard Manipulative. To determine this, the researchers used an in-depth analysis on existing game-based instructional materials and related articles by means of analyzing the existing game, formulating themes, conduct sort of analysis, and created a conclusion based from the results of the series of review and analysis. The researchers also used a matrix to summarize all the significant information from the existing games and sorting relevant findings and related studies and literatures. Next objective is to determine the level of acceptability of the proposed game. In order to determine this objective, the researchers used the adopted DepEd validated evaluation instrument for instructional materials, along with content quality, instructional quality, and technical quality. Researchers also purposefully selected expert respondents that at least 3 years in teaching mathematics. And this is the respondent's profile. There are 2 teachers and 3 master teachers who teaches mathematics for more than 3 years. For ethical consideration, the researchers also use a request letter consent to the respondents of the study. After retrieving the forms, the researchers use statistical treatments like percentage technique, frequency count, ranking algorithms, and weighted mean to measure and analyze descriptively the data gathered. And the last objective is to identify the comments, suggestions, and recommendations of the respondents as to modify and enhance the proposed game-based instructional materials. The researchers allowed the teachers to experience how the game works by letting them play.
Let's proceed to the results and discussion of the study. Here is the significant features of the proposed game-based instructional material. Here is the research output. It is a game-based instructional material that can be used in teaching and learning the fundamentals of mathematics. As you can see, there is a box, and within the box there is a board. It is a surface where the pieces are placed. A game with a board is entertaining and challenging since it limits the player's space. The next one is cards. It is a piece or thin pasteboard. The game is inspired by the deck of cards on how to continuously play it. But as you can see in the figure underneath, the designs and patterns are different because it has 2 basic operations between integers. Then, the game mechanics. This serves as the manual so the learners can clearly comprehend how it works. It contains the rules, scoring, how to play, how the game will end, and how to determine the winner. Here is the sample content of the game. With these features and the kind of instructional materials, the learners are more motivated to learn when the mode of instruction is a game, because they are challenged and seem to have fun while doing so. They can also work together and compete in a friendly manner. It is according to Panitz 1998. Now let us proceed to the level of acceptability of the evaluators for the MDAS cardboard manipulative in terms of content, instructional, and technical quality. The first one is the content quality, and the indicators are content is consistent with topics or skills found in the depth of learning competencies. Concepts developed contribute to enrich, reinforce, or mastery of the identified learning objectives. Content is accurate. Content is up-to-date. Content is logically developed and organized. Content stimulates and promotes critical thinking. Content is relevant to the real-life situations. Language is appropriate to the target user level. And content promotes positive values that support formative growth. As you can see, they are all very satisfied, and the general weighted mean is 3.93, which is also very satisfied. The other one is instructional quality. Here is the indicators. Purpose of the material is well defined. Material achieves its defined purpose. Learning objectives are clearly stated and measurable. Level of difficulty is appropriate for the intended target user. Graphics, colors, sounds are used for appropriate intended target user. Material is enjoyable, stimulating, challenging, and engaging. Material effectively stimulates creativity of target user. Feedback on the target user's responses is effectively employed. Target user can control the rate and sequence of representation and review. And instruction is integrated with target user's previous experience. As you can see, they are all very satisfied, and the general weighted mean is 4, which is also very satisfied. The last one is the technical quality. Here is the indicators. Visuals sustain interest. Visuals provide accurate representation. The user support materials are effective. The design allows the target user to navigate freely through the material, and the material can easily and independently be used. As you can see, they are all very satisfied, and the general weighted mean is 3.92, which is also very satisfied. Now let's proceed to the modification where comments, suggestions, and recommendations are already integrated in the proposed instructional material. In terms of the content quality, the evaluators recommends that if the game will be used in classes, the researcher should provide a different set of cards for the advanced and slow learners. In instructional quality, according to the evaluators, the game achieved its purpose and logically developed. However, the researcher should deepen the research and research thoroughly. For technical quality, the researcher should increase the sizes and provide better quality of materials that being used in the game. For the conclusion, the researchers come up that the proposed game-based instructional material in this study has the potential to address the difficulty of learners in the fundamentals of mathematics. It enhances the skills of learners in solving basic mathematical equations. Furthermore, teachers should use game-based learning instruction throughout their mathematics course. It is according to Erickson 2015. And use it as supplemental learning material during the teaching and learning process. For the recommendation, the researchers recommends that the study should be administered or utilized to students from grade 4 to grade 8 to determine its effectiveness. Probably next year, the researchers will continue the study or the study will undergo the phase 2. That's all for our research presentation. Thank you for listening.